something on the floor. I think it was a biscuit wrap after eating. And my son said, Mommy, look at what he did. That's not elegant. I'm like, yes, yes. And he was like, can we go and tell him to pick it? I'm like, dude, let's mind our business. Shalom, shalom, best lifers. Welcome to your best life with Eziaha, my YouTube channel. My name, of course, is Queen. Since we're talking about a video that really talks about family, so my name is Queen Eziaha, and I am a discipline coach with expertise and passion in healthy living and weight management for Jesus girls, meaning I can help you stay healthy and lose weight or gain weight depending on what you want to do. Domestic and home management for stay-at-home moms, because it's important that you have structure and systems around your home so you can run it like a boss. And of course, faith and spiritual management, basically helping you, everyone who loves Jesus like you, bring order and structure and elegance into your spiritual life. On my channel, we talk faith, we talk family, we talk fitness, and we talk leadership. So thank you for being here. Today's video, we are going to talk to our moms, our stay-at-home moms, or God's domestic queens, like I call them. And goodness, you have such a privileged job. First, let me tell you about this book that I read. I think the name of the book is The Most Important Place on Earth. Yes, The Most Important Place on Earth. I don't remember the author, but I'll link it down below. My goodness, the book is amazing generally, but there was something, there was this story I read in the book that just made me really happy. So in the story, he talked about he being in church with his kids. I think they were about teenagers or young adults, and after church, someone comes to him and says, oh, that he's so lucky, he and his wife, that how do they even manage to get their kids to come to church, that her own son never comes to church, and then it's always one argument or the other on Sundays, and she ends up losing, and he doesn't come to church. And the author's children were looking like, wow, we didn't realize it was an option to not come to church. And even the parents are like, that's just what we do at home. Almost like the children have been brainwashed in a positive way, that church is a part of what we do. In this home, in this Christian home, we go to church on Sundays. Come on Sunday, you're not going to see us. We're in church. And I started to think about it, just how powerful we are as parents, and moms especially. You can actually brainwash a lot of things into your kids from a young age. I mean, how amazing is that? Because when kids come on earth, they're like tabula rasa, blank, empty slates. You can write anything you want to write on them. And now, of course, I believe that you're helped by God and you're led by God. So, instead of our kids having this opinion from the world or from their friends, from that young age, we can brainwash the right values and culture into them. Like this guy talked about church. Of course, church is something that we should normalize in a Christian home. However, I want to share 5 things that I also still think that we should brainwash. At least I do that with my kids. And of course, there's a lot more, but I want to share a couple. I think I'm sharing 3 or 5. I'm not sure. Let's see how this video goes. And I want to challenge you to think of things, core values for you that you want to automate and brainwash into your kids from a young age. Especially if you have young children, like you just had a baby. From this age, you can truly start to brainwash these things into them. So if you don't really like the word brainwash, you can call it automate. Just automate it into them from a young age. And just like the Bible says, when they grow, they will not depart from it. You have a great job ahead of you. Like your work is cut out for you. So instead of just thinking, oh, I don't have a job outside the home, I don't have this, just work on your kids. You're so powerful, you can do it. Okay, so here's a few things that I really very intentionally do to brainwash my kids in a certain way. Are you ready? Number 1, I automate excellence as a way of life for them. So in our home, it's one of our core values, excellence. So instead of just correcting my kids when they do something wrong, I say things like, King David, how would an excellent person do that? How would an excellent person wash their plate? How would an excellent person brush their teeth? How would an excellent person, you're automating, you're brainwashing excellence into them as a normal way of life. So as my kids grow, they think of things in terms of excellence. And I have a 7-year-old, and he'll tell his brother who's 5, that's not excellent. And I'm like, yes, you get the opportunity and privilege to brainwash. So that's what I'm doing. I'm brainwashing excellence into them. So as they grow up, they just see excellence as the normal way of life for them. Very closely related to excellence is elegance. Now this is something that I'm just personally learning, and I love it. And I'm like, you know what, instead of my kids to learn it in their 30s, let them start to learn it now. So I know that you're like, elegance, excellence kind of looks the same, but it's not really the same. Elegance is really how you carry yourself. So I ask my kids questions like, how will an elegant person walk? If I hear them raising their voice, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not elegant. You're an elegant child. How do you think an elegant child like you should talk? When I see their handwriting and maybe they're rushing and it's not very beautiful, because I have a thing for beautiful handwriting. It is compulsory in my home. I'm like, oh, an elegant person. There's no way an elegant person like you should be writing like this. Every correction comes on the platform of excellence or elegance. So they're just thinking, So I heard my son tell my other son something. He wanted to drink water from the bottle. And then he was talking to himself. And he said, that's not elegant. And he went to get a cup. I'm like, yes! So you have the power to actually automate all of this into them from a young age. Someone threw something on the floor. I think it was a biscuit wrap after eating. And my son said, Mommy, look at what he did. That's not elegant. I'm like, yes. And he was like, can we go and tell him to pick it? I'm like, dude, let's mind our business. The guy had actually gone. If the guy was here, I'd be like, dude, pick it. But my point is not even about the guy. It's about what I'm doing to my kids thinking. Okay, let's hurry along. Number 3, I automate and brainwash them into patience. And this is how I do it. I either delay some things for them, say no, completely deny them of it. This delay or denial has a way of really teaching them to be patient and not to be entitled. So even if I can give it to them, I just tell them wait. So sometimes my kids are like, Mommy, I'm hungry. I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm going to cook the food. I'm going to get the food ready. And my son will be like, can you give me something before the food is ready? And I say no. Can I give him? Yes, I can. But I want him to know that life won't always tell you all the yeses. Just somewhere in life is a lot of no's. So let's get used to telling our kids no. So when they hear it outside, it's just normal for them. They don't feel like, oh, this person hates me, this person is after me. No. Jesus, God, He tells us no all the time. So why can't I tell my kids no? And I did this fantastic post on my blog, stayhomemoms.ng, and I talk about, delay and denial for your kids, just for some things, so that they can learn that patience, not entitlement, is a way of life. And you can brainwash them into thinking that way. I think it's a lovely value to have as children. You know what is interesting about it? I know when I'm winning on this thing, depending on how my kids speak. So for instance, I hear my younger son say stuff like, oh, I cannot wait to have my own money so I can buy all the things that I need. You know why he's saying it? Because he sees that I have restrictions for them, which is a good thing. So when he says that, when I have my money, I'll buy this, I'll buy that, I laugh in my mind because I'm like, yes, he understands that life is not giving you everything that you want. Sometimes you have to wait. Sometimes you have to delay gratification. Sometimes you have to even deny yourself of something now so that you can get something better in the future. So like I said, please curate your own. There are many other things you can automate and brainwash our kids into being. For example, you can brainwash them into being readers. Just make reading a way of life at home. So when they grow older, then they're just going to enjoy reading. Make TV and screen time something that is very optional and something we can do without within the home. And you start it from now. So as they grow, they're not just children who are just constantly stuck on tabs and phones and all of that. There's a lot you can automate. You can even automate responsibility. Give them house chores, normalize it. So when they grow up, they realize that, okay, we actually have to work for some things. You have the power, you have the time, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, and you have been called to do it. So let's do this fantastic job of raising our children into a way of life, into a culture of very positive things, so that as they grow, they will not depart from it. I'd like to hear from you. Which of them is like, are you like, okay, I'm going to do this with my child, or something you're already doing? Please share in the comment below. And if this video was really helpful to you, please like, please share, and please join our Best Life family. Thank you so much for being here. Until I come your way next time, shalom shalom, which is perfect peace, because the prayer of shalom contains all of the prayers. God bless you. Cooking, again, it's not about the many things you put inside. Like, you have also fallen for that. When food is not sweet, add more seasoning cubes. In fact, you wonder why you ever bothered with stock cubes in the first place. I'll teach you how to, manipulate things like the temperature, the size of pot, the heat used to cook, the timing. All of these things are what I'm going to teach you in Buh-bye stock cubes. You will not just read where I write about it, but you will also see me cook live without stock cubes. We're doing it with 10 other faculty members and 2 board members who together will be sharing our stories and our challenges and our successes and the tears and the frustrations, so you don't have to go through it, and you'll see that it is so possible.